Do you have a great idea for a startup?
Are you operating a business?
Is your company ready for expansion?
Did you find the perfect real estate investment, development, or rehab project?
Want Capital Now can help you get the capital you need.
What is business funding?
Business funding provides the financial resources needed to grow, operate, purchase, or expand.
Types of business funding include
Equity capital,
funds invested by founders or entrepreneurs, or funds raised by selling shares, which can usually be available and may not need to be paid back immediately.
external capital,
Funds from traditional and private lenders that are repaid on a pre-arranged schedule. Collateral and assets can be seized if the loan is not repaid on time.
investors,
Funding from outsiders, including venture capitalists, in exchange for a return on investment like equity, profits, or ownership.
government programs,
Funds from the government which may or may not need to be repaid.
crowdfunding,
Funds from individuals which may or may not need to be repaid through a gift.
Who needs business funding?
Most businesses need and use funding for startup, growth, operations, and expansion. Capital can help businesses, medical practices, healthcare facilities, and real estate investors, developers, and rehabbers. Financing can often lead to increased profits and accelerated growth.
Applicants should have a detailed business plan, an idea of how the money will be spent, what risk they pose to an investor, and how they will make payments prior to applying for funding. This preparation will enable the business to maximize the benefits.
Why do businesses need funding?
Business funding can be used for
Starting a business,
development,
satisfying industry demands,
inventory or equipment,
building a customer base,
entering new markets,
acquiring property,
hiring and paying employees,
covering seasonal spikes.
expanding,
Businesses require cash that owners and investors may not have on hand. To be competitive, businesses are constantly tweaking their plans and researching and developing improvements. Investment in inventory and delayed payment may make it difficult to meet day-to-day expenses.
marketing and achieving growth goals may be delayed due to a lack of capital. All owners and investors should reduce and eliminate personal risk to avoid the consequences of a downturn, loss of revenue, or shift in the market. Affordable financing is available with terms and rates that provide increased profits and accelerated growth.
Where to go for funding?
Owners, friends, and family are all sources of capital. However, the investor may be subject to personal liability and loss of assets if their property is used as collateral. Additionally, this money may come with strings attached and add to the pressure that accompanies a business.
Traditional and private lenders and investors are sources of financing options. Collateral and the ability to repay are required. Terms and rates are dependent upon the borrower's level of risk assessed.
Other sources of funding include crowdfunding, angel investors, and grants. Each comes with different application processes, benefits, and expectations.
How to get funding?
The funding application requires
Personal information including
background, experience, assets, income, property, liabilities, credit score, tax returns, bank statements,
business information including
name, type of business, revenue, expenses, profit, tax returns, bank statements.
The application is reviewed by
Account executive, reviewer, underwriter.
the lender provides the borrower with a letter of intent during the application process. After the underwriting is complete, a closing date is set. At closing, documents are signed. The borrower provides the required collateral, including any fees and costs, and the lender disperses funds.
During the loan term, the borrower will make the agreed payments. At the end of the term, or when all payments are made, the collateral is released and the loan is satisfied.
Business funding provides the financial resources needed to grow, operate, purchase, or expand. If you are in need of business funding, contact Want Capital Now for all your commercial financing needs.